Okay. G'day folks, this is Ray. I'm with Brian from Australia. We actually caught up last week and had a bit of a chat about a few things, and he's discovered some stuff since, and we were just talking about it, so I said, well, let me turn the camera on. So Brian is him.
Ray is him.
I'm Ray. So Brian, you, I'm gonna start at the very beginning, and then we can go forward. And I guess the question I've got is, why are you considering Thailand as a place to live?
I think having been here any number of times as a tourist, I began to look a bit deeper and see what the culture and the people were like, and it seems to offer a fair amount of freedom and choice for an expat at a reasonable price.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about that too, and a reasonable price means you make some compromises because the reality is, although the place is cheap, the reason it's cheap is because the rent is cheap. That's the major factor.
Yeah, well, and like we discussed too, it's not just the rent that's cheap. You can live quite well with an Australian pension if you choose not to live as a full Westerner.
Yeah.
If you choose to live as a full Westerner, you need more money. It's just not enough.
Yeah, there wouldn't be. You'd need to double it.
Yeah, if you want to eat out every night at a bar or a cafe that sells steaks and all the different Western foods that we're so used to, you'll find you run out of money very quickly.
Yeah.
If you want to eat Thai food and you like Thai food, you'll have no problem at all surviving.
Yeah, it's the difference between 50, 60 baht a dish or 500 to 600 baht a dish.
Exactly.
And, I learned a long time ago that if you go into anything, it's a Western restaurant here, expect it to be expensive.
Yeah.
Expect it. There's only one in town. There is one place in town in Bandung.
Yep.
Called Food Wishes, and they serve some European food, Mexican food, English food and Thai food.
Yep.
And they're cheap.
Okay.
Like 99 baht per meal for an enchilada set.
Not bad.
Burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But but you've got a few issues that are going to prevent you from coming here, I understand.
There are a couple. There are a couple of things that need to be taken into consideration. Probably the first one in my book would be, I have a dog that I won't travel without if I have to move away. And he's a bull breed of dog. He's an English Bull Terrier. And in Thailand, all bull breeds of dog are excluded from import. You can't bring a bull breed in to the country. You can own one if you live here and have lived here permanently, but you can't bring one in. They're considered a dangerous and vicious breed.
So if you own one or two and you've been here for a while, are you allowed to breed them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, if they've been here prior to the change of the rules, yep, you can breed them, as many as you like. Interesting, isn't it?
That seems so strange.
Yeah, but it's the truth. The other issue, healthcare, health costs. How much have you got? Because that's probably what they're going to ask you if something goes wrong. How much have you got?
Yeah, because you've got an issue and you can't get health insurance.
No, I can't get health cover because of ongoing previous health issues with my heart, with my arteries. So that changes the way I think about whether or not I want to come here as well.
I don't know the name of this place, but I had a friend, she's dead, so I can't ask her. But she had bought a policy in Australia that was costing her like $150 a month.
Yep.
As I recall, and it covered her in Thailand.
Okay, I chased a few insurance companies in Australia and they wouldn't cover me.
Yeah, well, I had the same problem.
They wouldn't cover me over here. I had to take out local, whether it be Bupa Blue or something like that, insurance here, and it wasn't cheap.
No, it's not cheap. When I was 65, my insurance was costing me $100 a month. And that's when the exchange rate was 31.
Yeah, I wish.
Now it would cost me more, but I got existing conditions and I insurance the rest of money. So that pretty much squelches your chances of moving.
In the short term, yes, for sure. I won't go without the dog and I won't leave the dog. So that basically keeps me as an Australian in Australia. Doesn't, however, stop me from coming over and enjoying a month or 2 months here at a time and then going back. I have friends who quite happily look after my dog because they have the same breed of dog and bred my dog. So they're happy to do that, the same as I'm happy to look after their dogs when they go away. So the reciprocal thing there is great. We can get away when we want to. So I could spend a couple of months here every year, no trouble at all.
Oh, you're lucky because it's generally harder to find someone to sit a pet than it is to sit a child.
Yeah, it is, yeah, generally.
That was one of the things I liked about Europe. Many hotels in, especially Holland, I think, and Germany, you could take your dog with you.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could do it, but it's not the case everywhere.
I thought about putting a white cane in my hand and a harness around him and calling him a CNI dog, but they won't look at that. Shame, what a shame.
Well, it's good that you're thinking that way. Yeah. But going back to what you said, if you want to eat Western food in Thailand, you won't survive.
Not unless you've got a lot of money.
A little bit of money. You won't survive.
You've got to have a lot of money to do that.
I have a friend here in town. His name is Hughes. He lives on, I'm going to say, he says it's $1,000 a month, but I think it's probably closer to $1,200 US dollars.
US, yeah.
So that's what, about 36,000.
Wow, yeah, it's a fair bit because US dollar is like Australian dollar's only running at about, I think, 69 cents.
Yeah, I think it's about 36,000 baht he's living on. But he has no vehicle. He doesn't have a motorbike. His rent, he's got a great location. He's almost in the center of town and he's paying like $6,000 a month for his rent. He eats at the local little side street shops and local food.
Yep.
He doesn't drink. I'm the only damn phone number on his telephone.
Yeah.
He's got no social life. But he can live.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could probably, but I find if I wanted to move over, a bit more than existence.
Yeah. And so to do that, he would need to have more than, I would say he could probably have a little bit more fun if he had 50,000 a month.
Possibly so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 50,000 a month a person can live quite well.
Yeah. Depending on how much money in the States, if you could trickle some into your account here in Thailand, prop up. That would be one way to live, if you wanted to live that way. Basically, like we said, like a Westerner. Why was she coming?
Well, I was going to ask you exactly the same question.
I'll stay where I am.
Well, I don't think many people really think about it. They don't, and I don't think, and you and I both know that a lot of old men come out here. They're not coming out here for the beach. They're not coming out for the sunshine. They're coming out to try and find some 23-year-old young girl who looks good on their arm and sucks their ATM dry, along with other things.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're never going to try and live this life.
Yeah, I'm afraid when I walk into a massage parlour for a foot massage, I want a foot massage. Works for me.
Yeah. But, you know, that's them. That's them. And,
Depends on what part of your body you think with.
well, I think most of them leave the top part. It's a bottom part of the head. But
Yeah, probably right too.
they just don't. Okay. Well, I think we turned that thing on for long enough. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll do. I think
That'll do?
we've said what we need to say.
Yeah, I think so. Did you say goodbye?
Bye bye. See you after.
See you later.